Welcome back to From the Plains to the Pros. I'm Joleigh Cavanagh, and tonight I have a lot in store for you. We will dive into football, basketball, and baseball, so let's get into it. On Monday Night Football, Auburn was the talk of the night. It was a battle of brother versus brother as Auburn's former kickers, Daniel and Anders Carson, were the first brothers to kick against one another in an NFL game in 36 years. Ultimately, Daniel's Raiders came out on top 17-13, with Daniel completing 2 extra points and a field goal. However, Daniel was also 1 of 3 on the night as he missed a 52-yard field goal and had a 53-yard field goal blocked. Anders, on the other hand, won the brotherly battle as he kept his 100% completion rate and had 7 points on the night. Keeping it in Green Bay, Packers safety Rudy Ford had another dominating performance. He had 9 total tackles, 1 pass defended, and an interception on the night. He was able to jump in front of Raiders wide receiver Jacoby Myers to pick off Jimmy Garoppolo and run for 9 yards. This was Ford's 2nd interception in back-to-back games, and this had him as the 2nd highest graded Green Bay player for the 2nd week in a row with a grade of 75. Jumping back to Sunday football, the Tennessee Titans and Indianapolis Colts game also had 2 former Tigers battling it out. On the Titans was cornerback Roger McCreary. He had 8 total tackles, 1 quarterback hit, and even a strip sack. McCreary was able to come up for the blitz, sacking Anthony Richardson for 13 yards and forcing the fumble in the process. This had a total loss of 17 yards. On the Colts side was offensive tackle Braden Smith. For the 2nd straight week, Smith was the Colts' highest graded defensive lineman with a blocking grade of 83.3, according to PFF. This is also the 3rd highest grade on the team. In his first game back from injury, Patriots cornerback Jonathan Jones recorded 4 total tackles, including 2 solo. This was his first game since the season opener after missing 3 weeks with an ankle injury. Speaking of injury, Tampa Bay's Jamel Dean is still listed as questionable for Week 6 with a shoulder injury, even after the Buccaneers bye week. In other football news, 2 Tigers were unfortunately released from practice squads. Tight end John Samuel Shenker was released by the Las Vegas Raiders, and defensive end Marlon Davidson was released from the San Francisco 49ers. They both look to find other teams to join. Shenker has already worked out with the Detroit Lions, while Davidson is still on the lookout. Switching gears over to basketball, NBA preseason games have officially begun, and Auburn has 6 active players in the NBA this season. On the Cleveland Cavaliers are Isaac Okoro and Sharif Cooper. Okoro looks to begin his 4th season in the NBA and started off with a bang as he led the Cavs in points in the first preseason game with 19. Cooper, on the other hand, will get his shot in the NBA this season after grinding in the G League. Then over in Houston, we have Jabari Smith Jr. The former top 3 draft pick began his 2nd season with the Rockets with a strong performance of 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block. Jabari's former teammate and fellow draftee Walker Kessler is on the Utah Jazz. After a breakout rookie season and spending his summer competing in the Basketball World Cup, Kessler had 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 blocks in his first game back. Over in Orlando is Chuma Okeke on the Magic. After a season overridden with injury, Okeke looks to make a comeback. Lastly, on the Charlotte Hornets is JT Thor. Thor had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal in his first preseason game. But don't leave yet. Before I leave you, don't forget to watch Auburn Baseball's Eduardo Julian in the MLB playoffs for the Minnesota Twins. That's all I have for you. I'm Joleigh Cavanagh. Good night, and War Eagle.